until the day was gone, and I sat in regret of all the things I've done, for all that I've blessed and all that I've wronged, in dreams until my death I will wander on. Yeah, yours along to bear, roam by roam, patiently I'll wait for you there, like a storm. I'll wait for you there, this time, this place, misused, mistakes, too long, too late. Who was I to make you wait? Just one chance, just one breath, just in case there's just one left. 'Cause you know, you know, you know I love you. I loved you all along. I miss you. Far away for far too long. I keep dreaming you'll be with me, and you never go. Stop breathing if I don't see you anymore. On my knees, I'll last chance for one last dance. 'Cause with you, I'd withstand all of illusion. I'd give it all, I'd give for us, give anything, but I won't give up. 'Cause you know, you know, you know I love you. I loved you all along, and I miss you. Far away for far too long. I keep dreaming you'll be with me, and you never go. Stop breathing if I don't see you anymore. So far away, so far away for far too long. So far away, so far away for far too long. But you know, you know, you know I want it. I want you to stay, 'cause I need it. I need to hear you say that I love you. I loved you all along, and I forgive you. define. While I recall the words you spoke to me, can't help but wish that I was there and where I'd love to be. Oh yeah. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold me when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need that person who can be true to you, but I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. Yes, I'm lonely and I'm tired, I'm missing you again. Oh no. Once again, there's nothing here for me on this barren road. There's no one here while the city sleeps and all the shops are closed. Can't help but think of the times I've had with you. Itches and some memories will have to help me through. Oh yeah. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold me when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need that person who can be true to you. I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. 'Cause I'm lonely and I'm tired, I'm missing you again. Oh no. Once again. Well, sunset, everybody away before they waste away. I found you, something told me to stay. I gave in to selfish ways, and how I miss someone to hold when hope begins to fade. A lonely road crossed another cold state line, miles away from those I love, purpose hard to find. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold me when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need the person who can be true to you. I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. 'Cause I'm lonely
Good morning. How's everybody doing? Friday the 13th today. Ooh, it's Friday the 13th. Don't leave your house in that. My birthday's on Friday the 13th a lot. By a lot, I mean a few times. I'm 44. I've had a lot of fucking birthdays. A few of them have fell on Friday the 13th. I managed to make it through without a problem. And even though today's not my birthday, I'm pretty sure I'll make it through yet again. Coffee tasting good today. I think the storms are done here, aren't they? Let's see. Augusta. 49 degrees right now. Yeah, it's not going to rain today. No rain today. That's good. 15% chance of rain. Well, it might rain some 7 or 8 o'clock. Maybe. Man. Anyway, what's going on? Who's watching the playoffs this weekend? NFL playoffs coming up this weekend. I want to talk about the Slob Olympics some this morning. Who's coming and who, not who's coming. Who's going and who's staying at UGA. Any word on Kenny McIntosh? I thought he would have announced by now that he was leaving. Somebody said last night on the call-in show that they think he's staying. I would be shocked if that was the case. Now, I think that would be great. And I hope he stays. Running backs usually leave first chance they get. Blake Corum coming back. What is that about? I could not believe Blake Corum is coming back to Michigan. So I don't know. Lou, I've got the Cowboys over the Bucks. Yeah, we're going to look at the playoff schedule for this weekend here in a minute because I think I'm going to live stream one of the playoff games. So I need y'all to help me decide which one. So let's do that. NFL playoffs start this weekend. Start tomorrow, right? They have games on Saturday. Of course they do. Saturday, January 14th, 2023. Let me see if I can make that a little bigger for y'all. Is that a little better? It's a little better, isn't it? Seattle at San Francisco, 4:30. Chargers at the Jags, 8:15. You know, I might do that one. Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence, is that what that is? That is what that is. That's Justin Herbert versus Trevor Lawrence, is it not? I should do that. That's what I should do. Justin Herbert versus Trevor Lawrence. What do y'all think about those two games? Who's winning those? Who's winning that? Seattle at San Francisco. I'll take San Francisco in that one. Chargers in Jacksonville. That could be a good game, couldn't it? On Sunday, Miami at Buffalo. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take Buffalo there. No Tua, right? Dolphins medical staff probably says Tua's good to go. Giants at Minnesota. I'm going to take the Giants just because of my man Bad Dog. I don't think he even expected the Giants to be in the playoffs this year. Now here they are at Minnesota. I'll take the Giants just for my man Bad Dog. Baltimore at Cincinnati. Why do I are the Ravens trading Lamar Jackson? That's what I keep hearing. They're going to trade Lamar Jackson. Baltimore at Cincinnati. I'll take Cincinnati in that one. So give me San Francisco, Buffalo, New York, and Cincinnati. Well, we got a game on Monday. Dallas at Tampa Bay. I'll take Dallas. Dallas, Cincinnati, New York, Buffalo, San Francisco. Now, what about this Los Angeles at Jacksonville game? Who's winning that? Yeah, I feel like I should live stream the Jacksonville Chargers game. Lou taking a big L picking against the GOAT. Oh, Tom Brady. He's not any good, though, is he? Walker Dog says, I'll take Trayvon Walker and the Jags. The upset will be the Giants over the Vikings. I hope so. Shout out to my man Bad Dog. Get him a win, Giants. Win one for Bad Dog. Yeah. Jags Cinderella story. Were they terrible last year or something? It's about 50-50 between Brady's fault and the rest of the offense. Okay. The way Kirby recruits and develops, Georgia will become the next dynasty, says Kirby's visor. Well, Georgia's the only team with a chance to become a dynasty right now anytime in the next 2 to 3 years. There's no other team that even has a chance to become that, to become a dynasty. Got to win a couple of natties before you even have a chance to become a dynasty, and the only person that's done that lately is Georgia. Jags suck last year and first half this year. On fire now. Ready to see some Impemba action, says Juice. Is that outside linebacker, right? Signed with Georgia. Lou, L.A. was insane. Stetson is that guy as well. Yeah, I'm sure you had a good time out there. I appreciate you sending me those pictures. Looked like you had a lot of fun out there. I tell you what must have sucked for people who made the trip out there was the fact that doesn't it only rain in Los Angeles like 3 or 4 days a year? And then it pretty much rained the whole time for the national championship weekend. It seems like every person I watched, like video wise, that was there, it was raining every time. That's not fair. It's not fair. But it's not fair. Thank you for the super chat, Traeger Gator. Trevor Lawrence versus Justin Herbert in the Head and Shoulders Bowl. Winner makes the next commercial. Yeah, winner gets a sweet NIL deal, huh? Why is Florida broke with no NIL money? Does anybody know? It's hard. It's getting harder and harder to find the Florida man on the internet, isn't it? It really is. It's getting harder and harder to find a Florida man on the internet and get your questions answered. But how come Florida doesn't have any money for Jalen Rashada? Monken with whoever wins the QB1 job at UGA will fine-tune their skill set into putting up Heisman numbers, says Visorman. Allen and Walker are a nasty duo for the Jags. They tried spending $13 million on a 4-star. That's why they are broke. Yeah, but they don't even have the $13 million to give the 4-star. So it's not like they gave all their money to him because they didn't give the money to him. They don't have it. Traeger says the wind and rain was really bad. TCU fans came out knowing they had no chance. They were just happy to be there. What's up, TK? Good morning, ma'am. Florida mans are starting GoFundMe to buy out Billy's contract instead of donating to the collective. Did y'all get y'all's picks in? I got to make a pick on this Chargers-Jacksonville game. I'm going to go with Jacksonville since they're the home team. And plus they have Trayvon Walker. So that finishes up my picks. I'm taking San Francisco, Jacksonville, Buffalo, New York, and Cincinnati. So I'm taking 4 home teams and a visiting team. I'm assuming all these home teams are favored. That's usually the case in the playoffs in the NFL. Should we look it up? Yeah, San Francisco favored by 9.5. That's a lot of points for any NFL game, really. Never mind a playoff game. The Jags are actually the underdog. Look at that. The Jags are an underdog, a 2.5-point underdog. I'm taking them anyway. Fuck it. The Bills are favored by almost 2 touchdowns over the Dolphins. The Vikings are a 3-point home favorite, but I'm taking the Giants. The Bengals are favored by 9.5 at home against the Ravens. And the Cowboys are actually a road favorite at Tampa Bay. So a couple of road favorites. The Chargers are favored over the Jags. And the Cowboys are favored over the Bucks. Couple of road favorites. Oh, I'm taking Dallas too, Anna. Yeah, so I'm taking 2 road teams. Dallas and give me Dallas and the Giants on the road. Give me Cincinnati, Buffalo, Jacksonville, and San Fran at home, right? Yeah. Give me the Niners. Give me the Jags. Give me the Bills. Give me the Giants. Give me the Bengals. Give me the Cowboys. Those are my picks. I'm an NFL expert. Trust me. Yep. Florida ain't got no money. It's a weird situation. Shout out again to my Georgia Bulldogs for winning the national title on Monday. Georgia 65. Clemson offensive coordinator Garrett Riley 7. Huge win for the Dogs. Huge W. Huge W. Huge. Huge W. I bitch about Miami having 6 coaches in 18 years. Florida said, hold my beer. They're on 5 in a decade. Yeah, they'll be on a 6. They'll have their next coach in 2024. I mean, 2025. 2024 will be Napier's last year. Hey, thanks, Juice. Obviously, that doesn't matter. It was a great hire. Yeah, how many points a team scores doesn't have anything to do with the offensive coordinator. Lou, if no one there to see it, does Florida still lose? Yeah, because even if I won't be there to see it, I'll still know what happens because it'll be hilarious. Anybody think they're winning on the road at Utah early in the year? Utah lost a lot. Utah lost a lot, but Florida doesn't have much. So there's that, you know. Florida fans will be there. They got their tickets at Costco. Damn. Thank you again, Traeger Gator. He says, Lou, if you're ever in Tampa, let me know. I'll take you out for a steak dinner. Man, I was there. You know what? I was there about a year ago. I was there last February, actually. Well, I wasn't actually in Tampa. I rode through Tampa. I was in Clearwater? Sarasota? I was in Sarasota. Whatever. It's all the same. It's all right there, but yeah, I don't know when I'll be back down that way. I have no idea. I heard Muschamp, Mullen, and Napier are doing an episode of Swamp People. Cam Rising versus Graham Mertz seems like an easy decision. I thought Cam Rising was gone. Is he still there? Is he coming back? I thought this was his last year. Oh, he's coming back? Oh, well then, yeah, Utah's winning. There ain't no doubt about it. No, it's not Orlando. I'm talking about Celine Dion. Lou, you do expect a close game again with Bama and Texas this season? Seems Texas didn't lose much. I haven't started predicting games for next season yet, so I don't know about that. Cam Rising is coming back. What's up, Jones? Lou, do you know if some of these college players are getting paid more than if they declared? No, they're not. No. No, they are not. Did Florida NIL really offer $13 million to Rashada, but they don't have the money? Yes. Yes. I would like to see things get back to normal this year and Auburn win the Iron Bowl. Yeah, they promised Jaden Rashada $13 million in writing. And when it came time for him to enroll, they didn't have the money. Florida to Rashada. We can give you $2,000 now and $25,000 when we reach Alderaan. Yeah. Yeah. How fast can Jaden Rashada make the Kessel run? I mean, maybe just an idea, but maybe don't promise these kids money until you actually have the money. Maybe that's an idea. Got to get me a Stetson jersey when I get the chance. Well, anytime you have an internet connection, you have a chance. Didn't Rashada ask to be released from his national letter of intent? We don't, we don't know. That was reported and then retracted, and then Jaden Rashada and his family denied that they asked to be released from their national letter of intent. But he hasn't showed up at Florida, and he was supposed to be there 3 days ago. And today's the last day he has to show up if he wants to enroll this semester. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I actually have a video about the Jaden Rashada thing that I did yesterday, but I'm waiting on something before I can post it. But if these people don't get back to me soon, they're just going to be out of luck. Ohio State fans still living in the past, Lou. Sadly, they'll get back to reality. I don't know if they will or not. Some people just get too far gone. Like a lot of those people that got caught up in that QAnon thing, they're just gone forever. You reach a point of no return when it comes to delusion. There's a point of no return. There's a point after which you cross. There is no coming back. Rashada can enroll at Miami. They started back to classes after Florida. Do the Dogs even consider any QBs in the portal? No, I don't think so. Will the Service Academy ever make a 12-team playoff? Ever? I can't say anything for certain for an indefinite period of time, but you can't predict anything in college football past 4 or 5 years. So no, not in the next 4 or 5 years, no. Delusion is a slippery slope. Sad for the Bucknut man. Yeah. Hey, Lou, you may have already said and I missed it, but are you going to the parade Saturday? No, I gave my tickets away last night to somebody that wanted to go and missed out on them. I'll win $30K if Carson win the Heisman next year. Good luck. Good luck. As a Buckeye man, we got to quit bringing up 2014. That hasn't done anything for us. That's true. It did something for you in 2014. And you could argue you can live off that for a couple of years, but that's about it. I mean, come 2017, 2018, 2019, I mean, there comes a certain point where a national title some amount of years ago isn't helping you. Why is PETA going after UJ's mascot? Oh, they do that to every mascot. PETA's a great example of some of these organizations or companies or charities or whatever you want to call them. It might start out with good intentions, but then they just go so overboard that it makes you just not want to help them at all. Like, I'm all for like rescuing abandoned animals, and I'm all for protecting animals. I'm all for whatever, nobody wants to see animals get beaten. I'm all for that. But, these people that want to have you thrown in jail if you aren't feeding your dog steak 3 times a week, or I mean PETA just takes it way too far. Way too far. And that happens a lot. People start out, or companies start out, or whatever, with good intentions, and they just take the shit way too far. Would you say the Missouri game was the most frustrating for you, Lou? Yeah, probably. Any update on Sea Frog? No, as far as I know, he's still hiding. Hey, what's up, Joe? PETA, people eating tasty animals. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for protecting animals like that are on the endangered species list, and like having wildlife reserves where maybe you can't hunt certain animals, or you can only hunt certain numbers of them. I'm all for that kind of thing. I mean, I don't want entire species of things to go away. I don't think people should be beating their dogs. Um, I don't think somebody should have 45 cats in their house, stuff like that. But they just take it way too far. No, I don't care about no teams in the NFL. Some of the so-called experts are saying UJ could have the best receiver room in college football next year. I don't know. I mean, they'll have a lot of good options at wide receiver. I don't know if they'll have any great options. I mean, there's no first round draft pick wide receivers at UGA. I mean, overall, they'll have a good wide receiver room. They had a good wide receiver room this year overall, but there's no Marvin Harrison on that team. There's no Jordan Addison on that team. There's no Quentin Johnston on the team. You know what I mean? AD is a possible first rounder. I don't know what you're basing that on. I don't know what you're basing that on. All animals should be treated with compassion and care, even humans. Yeah, true. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's not how it works, WR Fence Co. I don't have to prove that somebody isn't something. That's not how proving things work. You don't have to prove a negative. You have to prove a positive. You have to show me something that would make AD. I mean, I don't know what would make AD Mitchell a first round wide receiver. The 4 catches he had this year. Yes, I'm saying he doesn't have first round talent. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. What is it about him that makes you think he does have first round talent? The fact that he averages 250 yards a year receiving? He looks every bit the part when healthy. Well, Anthony Richardson looks every bit the part too. But you have to do it on the field. I mean, I'll bet you whatever amount of money you want to bet that he doesn't get drafted in the first round. I don't know how much money you have to waste. There you go. Tell me which one of these people you would compare to A.D. Mitchell. Where is it? Where's the list? There you go. This is every wide receiver that's been drafted in the first round lately. You tell me who you would compare A.D. Mitchell to. Jamar Chase? Jalen Waddle? Devontae Smith? Kadarius Toney? C.D. Lamb? Jerry Jeudy? Jalen Reagor? Henry Ruggs? Marquise Brown? N'Keal Harry? Calvin Ridley? That's like the last 6 drafts. Which one of those people sounds like A.D. Mitchell to you? I like A.D. Mitchell. I think he's a great wide receiver. He's not getting drafted in the first round. Georgia doesn't put first round wide receivers in the NFL. So I don't know how long you've been following them. Yeah, that's a good comparison. The George Pickens thing is a good comparison. George Pickens is so much better than A.D. Mitchell, it's not even funny. Both of them had similar. George Pickens last year was similar to A.D. Mitchell's last year. So I don't know, just don't know what you've seen that makes you watch A.D. Mitchell and go, yep, somebody's taking him with the 14th pick. Yeah, 13 years ago. AJ Green. Do you think AD Mitchell is AJ Green? I'm not acting like anything. I'm not acting at all. You're telling me a guy that has been at UJ for 2 years and averages 250 yards a year receiving and has a grand total of 7 touchdowns in 2 years is going to be a first-round pick. I'm telling you, you're retarded. I would tell you that about any wide receiver you were talking about that had done that in his first 2 years in college. You haven't seen a single thing from A.D. Mitchell that tells you he's going to be a first-round draft pick other than the fact that you're a giant Georgia fan. That's it. It is possible if he has a big year. It's possible for anybody in college football to be drafted in the first round if they have a big year. Anybody. All 10,000 of them or whatever it is. It's not going to happen. Brock Bowers is our best offensive weapon. Yeah, and it's really not close. Outside of offensive linemen, Brock Bowers is the only first-rounder on the offense. Darnell Washington is borderline first-round talent. It's not possible no matter how many times you type it. It's just not happening. I mean, anything, the world could end today. That's possible. I mean, you can literally talk about anything being possible. Something being possible and something happening is not the same things. So no matter how much you type on about it, it's over here we live in reality. I don't know if you're new here, but we don't just pump sunshine and blow smoke up the ass of every UGA player over here. A.D. Mitchell's not a first-round wide receiver. It doesn't matter to me how mad that makes you. A.D. Mitchell's probably the best wide receiver Georgia's got. I love A.D. Mitchell. He's not getting drafted in the first round. Lou, please don't say World Ending Day have Amazon deliveries coming. Do I have Amazon coming? They came yesterday, but hold on. I might have Amazon coming today too. Actually, it might be tomorrow. Let's see. Track your order. No, Monday. I don't have anything else coming from Amazon until Monday. It's possible Miami goes 15-0. Yeah, good. Yeah, that's right. Lou, who do you think is UJ's second best wide receiver of all time? I got Muhammad Massaquoi. Oh, God, second best receiver of all time. Well, Hines Ward was pretty good. Hines Ward, A.J. Green, Terrence Edwards. I like Muhammad Massaquoi, too. There's been a few. Oklahoma people also thought Spencer Rattler could be the first overall pick. Yeah. What you're saying is it's not A.D. Mitchell? Yeah, it's not A.D. Mitchell. I'm wearing my black 85 Higgins right now. Look, A.D. Mitchell's really good. I like A.D. Mitchell. I don't have anything bad to say about him. Saying he's not getting drafted in the first round isn't talking bad. It isn't talking down. I mean, there's lots of really good players that don't get drafted in the first round. A.D. Mitchell is one of those players. Miko Hardman is a top 10 Georgia wide receiver. Probably. Yeah, probably. Tennessee defense is trash. I can believe that and still be a fan of the team. That's true. Mitchell is a solid player, definitely above average. Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. I think AD is an exceptional route runner. Yeah. Do you think the guy from Mizzou could make the rank of one of the GOAT UGA wide receivers? I'm not ready to say that. What is the name of the NC State QB that transferred to Kentucky? Devin Leary. They are few and far between, but there have been something. What else were we supposed to talk about today besides me just getting mad at the comments? Something else. Oh, I know what it was. Well, Slob Olympics. We'll talk about Slob Olympics. So, yeah, talk about the Slob Olympics. So, are y'all excited for the Slob Olympics? I am. I'm excited about the Slob Olympics. I'm narrowing down my costume ideas as well. I've gone back and forth on a few ideas. I think I have settled on one. I'm not going to order it yet. I'm going to wait another few weeks just to make sure I don't change my mind again. But I think I have settled on my costume for the Slob Olympics competition. I'm really starting to get excited about that. That's going to be a fun weekend. I'm excited about what the events will be this time, says HBP. Yeah, me and Pigskin Pete are going to start nailing everything down. Every Monday night on the Lunch Money Show, we're going to dedicate at least 30 minutes, maybe half the show, to the Slob Olympics every Monday between now and the Slob Olympics, and we're going to get everything ironed out. Everything ironed out. Lou going as Spider-Man. Wouldn't that be something? Want to see Lou in a bodysuit, don't you? A skin-tight bodysuit. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sadly, I can't go, Lou. I have no money. Plane tickets going to be expensive. Yeah, I get it. It is expensive, especially depending on where you live. People got to travel a long ways. I totally get it. We move the Slob Olympics around every year to try to give as many people as possible an opportunity to come whenever they can. But we have to hold, at least right now, well, I'll say this. The Slob Olympics would have to get a lot bigger and a lot more popular to ever move it out of the Southeast, because the overwhelming majority of people that come are in the Southeast. So it would just, people have asked us to have it in Texas. People have asked us to have it in Nebraska or wherever it is Nate lives. And all those are great ideas, but, we have to do it where the majority of people are that go. So we've had it in Atlanta. We've had it in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. This year we're having it in Charleston, South Carolina. It looks like next year we'll be in Florida somewhere. Maybe we could do it one year somewhere like maybe Nashville, which is way west Tennessee. And that would be a little closer for some of the people that live further west, like Arkansas, Mississippi, Texas. I mean, that's a lot closer than having to drive to Charleston, for example. But like right now, I couldn't imagine right now a scenario where we decided to have it in Chicago or something. Like, it just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to do that right now. Oh, Nashville's in the center of Tennessee. I thought it was further west. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it in Memphis. Nashville would be fun, though. I would love to do it in New Orleans. If we could get the overwhelming majority of people who come to at least promise to try to come if it was in New Orleans, I'd love to do. I don't know if people know. You can fly from Atlanta to New Orleans for less than $100. I don't know. I don't know who knows that and who doesn't, but you can fly to New Orleans from Atlanta for less than $100. So depending on where you live, you should check flights back, and if you have an airport near you that does direct flights to New Orleans. Well, you can fly a lot of places out of Atlanta for cheap because it's the Delta hub, but let's look. Atlanta to New Orleans. Let's say it was there. Well, what if it was there this year? What is it? March 3rd through 5th? So what if you wanted to go out on Thursday, March 2nd and come back Monday, March 6th? March 2nd. Through the 6th, yeah. $78 if you're willing to fly Spirit Airlines. But even Delta, you can go for $138. It would cost me twice that to drive to New Orleans and back in my car. At least twice that. It would cost me it would cost me probably $300 to drive to New Orleans and back. Or I can fly there round trip for $138. So if we did it in New Orleans, that's what I would do. I would drive the hour and a half to the Atlanta airport, and I would fly there. Plus, you got to remember, we announced destinations 10 or 11 months ahead of time. That's a lot of time to save up $138 for a plane ticket. $10 or 11 months notice, that's a lot of time to save up $150 for a plane ticket. Now, depending on where you live, a flight to New Orleans might not be that cheap, or it might be cheaper. Atlanta has a lot of cheap short flights because it's a Delta hub, so there's constantly, Atlanta's the busiest airport in the world. There's a plane leaving Atlanta every 5 seconds to fly somewhere, so you can get some pretty good deals out of Atlanta. Damn, no love for Panama City, huh? Panama City is great if you're 22 years old. It's a great place to go on vacation if you're 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 years old. I haven't been there since I was that age. New Orleans in March is Mardi Gras season. The hotels would be expensive. I don't know exactly when Mardi Gras is. Let's look it up though. Hotels for those dates if it was going to be there this year. New Orleans, Louisiana. Dates. We'll do the same dates we did for the airline tickets. So it would have been March 2nd through the 6th. Done. 2 people, 1 room. Yeah, Hampton Inn, $266 a night. I can tell you where I'm staying if we ever do it in New Orleans. Right here. This is where I would stay. Because I could stay there for free. That's where I would stay. I would stay at the Harrah's. Shit, we should do Slob Olympics at a Harrah's one year. The one in Cherokee, North Carolina would be the one that's probably closest to most people. And there is empty land there. There are fields there. Not there. I don't know if they're like public, like parks or whatever, but there's lots of open space there to go and do Slob Olympics competitions in Cherokee. If you're talking about that picture, I already put it up this morning. If you're talking about this, I've had this up since the beginning of the show. Yeah, I've had that up since the beginning of the show. Slob Olympics Tijuana? Oh, God. I don't know about that. Slob Olympics in Biloxi? I've only been there once. I've only been to Biloxi one time. I stayed at the Hard Rock. You can fly there, too, from Atlanta. Slob Olympics in Greenville, South Carolina, or Charlotte, North Carolina. Says Broski Man. Fun fact, there's a restaurant in New Orleans called Dookie Chase. Surprisingly good food. Yeah, I never heard of that. Never heard of that. Cockroaches in the bathtub. I don't know what kind of hotels you're staying in. You must be staying in like those pay-by-the-hour hotel rooms. Let me get a room for 4 hours. Okay, that'll be $20. What's the morning shoe lineup next week? What do you mean? Same days as normal. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. As far as who's hosting the show on any particular day, you'll have to tune in and find out. Nobody applied for the traffic reporter position, so as of right now, we don't have any co-host. There's a new host. Next week, but not a new co-host. There is no co-host. The co-host thing hasn't worked out for me. Maybe it's me. If it is, that's fine, but if it's in Daytona, hell, I'll try to even make it. Well, what? You can fly to Daytona, but you can't fly to Charleston from China? What's the deal there? You live in China. Why can you only make it to Daytona? If you're willing to travel all the way to Daytona, what's the difference between that or really anywhere else in the United States? Oh, you're from Daytona. Okay. Have a place to stay. I got you. China. Well, why don't we just have the Slob Olympics in China? Then you don't have to go anywhere. We'll come to you. There are no slobs in China though, now that I think about it. Why aren't there any Chinese slobs? That's an interesting question. I know America's the slobbiest country on earth, but it seems like there's not any slobs at all in China. You must live in North Carolina or something, broski. Any co-host will need to be self-deprecating and thick-skinned. Well, you forgot the most important attribute that they have to have, which is the ability to show up. I love Charlotte. Charlotte, I know they call it uptown in Charlotte, but it's what any other city would call downtown. So I call it downtown. But downtown Charlotte is the nicest downtown I've ever been to in any big city. It's clean. I don't know how they keep it that clean when other cities can't manage to find a way to keep it clean at all. TK says, I think it's the way they eat. You're talking about China? Is it what? Because they eat with sticks? Or do you mean, you mean what they eat or the way they eat? Because the way they eat is with sticks. American diet has invaded everywhere, says Jay. So, when is everybody going to the Slob Olympics? March 3rd is a Friday. Is that when most people are going? Because I'm going on Wednesday. I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going up on Wednesday. I think I'm going to drive through Charleston, not even stop, and just go to Isle of Palms, check into the hotel, and hang around Isle of Palms on Wednesday. And then I think on Thursday, I'm going to spend most of the day in Charleston. When we went to stay with Pete and Mrs. Pete last time, it was my fault. I wanted to go to the outlet mall. It was right before Christmas time, and I wanted to go to the outlet mall and go Christmas shopping and all that. So it was all my fault. But we ended up spending most of the day at the outlet mall. And by the time we left the outlet mall and went to downtown Charlotte, it was like 3 o'clock. And it got dark at 5 o'clock. So we only really got to walk around. And we ate in Charlotte too. So by the time we got done eating, we really only had like an hour to walk around, and then it was dark and freezing cold. Uh, I would like to spend like a day down there walking around. So I think on Wednesday, drive to the hotel, get checked in, hang around there is to do on Isle of Palms on Wednesday, and then I think Thursday when I get up, I want to go into Charleston. TK says Friday afternoon. What, you're coming up Friday afternoon? Is that what you're saying? I think most people are coming up. I think that's when most people are coming up. Is on Friday. The cool people will be there Wednesday, though. Just saying. The cool people will be there Wednesday. Yep. So, yep. I was in Uptown for the Duke Mayo Bowl a couple of weekends ago. Do some people recognize you when you go to a Georgia football game? Yeah, one or two. One or two people. Rod says I'm coming up on Thursday. BA says I guess it's just me and you on Wednesday. Well, that's fine. I mean, it'll be afternoon by the time we get there on Wednesday anyway. We'll get checked in. We'll just hang around there on Wednesday. We'll go out to eat somewhere in Isle of Palms. Then Thursday we can go into Charleston. TK says I want to go earlier now. Well, then come earlier. All right, Sir UJ. Take it easy, buddy. Have a good weekend, man. I will check with my agent and see if she is up for a day or two earlier. Yeah, HBP, y'all try to come a day or two early if you can. I think, isn't it on Friday, I think is when Pete and them are going skydiving. I would love to go and watch them jump out of the plane, but I just I don't want to spend a whole day going to watch somebody jump out of a plane. If it was like a 10-minute drive and I could go and watch them jump out at 10 in the morning and then be done watching them at 10:30 or 11, that would be great. But I don't want to have to drive a couple of hours and then stand around for an hour and a half to watch them jump out of a plane and then drive back somewhere an hour and a half. I don't want to have to do that. Traeger Gator says I'm going to try to come on Saturday. Yeah, for people that can only come one day or people that just want to drive in for a day, Saturday would be the day to come. That's the day we do the actual event, the Slob Olympic events. Starts about 10 in the morning on Saturday, March 4th. Friday night, we usually all hang out together somewhere and get dinner catered. I don't know. I'm not saying that's what we'll do this year. This is what we got to figure out. But like last year, on the Friday night before the Slob Olympics, everybody came to the hotel that most people were staying at, and we all just hung out at that hotel. They had like this big terrace, and we all kind of hung out up there on Friday night, and we had dinner catered by, what did we end up doing, a Subway or something? We ended up having dinner catered by somebody. Then on Saturday morning, we all met downstairs at the hotel at like 10 in the morning. We did Slob Olympics all day till like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Then everybody kind of goes back to their rooms or their hotels or their whatever, showers, changes, clothes, all that, and then we went out to eat as a group Saturday night somewhere. That was sort of the itinerary for last year's Slob Olympics. I don't know that that's what we'll do again this year. That would be my vote. I liked that. That was fun. Everybody hanging out the night before. And then afterwards, kind of everybody getting together to go out to eat. It seemed to work out well. The only potential issue with that is trying to find a restaurant that can accommodate 20, 30, 40, however many people there happen to be, But yeah, that's what I would want to do for Billy. TK says I'm going to see if I can extend my reservation. Yeah, come early. I would come earlier than Thursday, but we're already pulling kids out of 2 days of school. Yeah, yeah, that is an issue for people that want to bring their kids for sure. I get that. Lou, I think you'll hit like 100K subs on YouTube before January ends. What? No. I'm at 60,000. I'm not getting to 100,000 in 3 weeks. That's not happening. Maybe 2 years. Maybe January 2025. Now that I'm over 50K, though, I do want to get to 100K. I never really cared before, but now that I'm over 50K, or I'm almost at 60K, now I do want to get to 100K. I want that silly-ass YouTube plaque that they send you. Is the Slob Olympics like a retard's field day? That's one way to describe it. Okay, let me put it this way. Do you know what the regular Olympics are that they have every 4 years? Where they bring like world-class athletes in a bunch of different sports together in the same city, and they have these competitions last like 2 weeks. You know what the regular Olympics is? The Slob Olympics is like that, except for the Slob Olympics actually matters. HPP says Charleston's one of my favorite cities. Boston is the other. I want to go to Boston. Rod says I'm sure we could get a food truck to cater it. But that would be a lot easier than what we normally do, which is, pass a hat around, get everybody to put $10 in it or whatever, and then we go order Subway for 50 people. That was a hassle last year. Remember? We had to call like 2 different ones before we could find one that would do it. And it was just, everybody had to cash out money to people or PayPal and all that. Yeah, the food truck thing is actually a pretty good idea. I wonder if you have to have the hotel's permission. Yeah, oh, and the other thing is not all cities allow food trucks. So there might not be any food trucks in Isle of Palms. Some cities don't allow for that. So I don't know. But that's worth looking into, though. Because if the hotel would agree to it and we could call whatever, if there is a food truck company, and just get them to come set up shop from like 6 to 8, that would be great. Who is Vic and what is he to your show? Vic is just somebody that comes on Thursdays. He comes on the morning show every Thursday. We should all just go eat at Pete's house. Yeah, the only problem is Pete lives like 45 minutes away. Thought Vic may have been family. No. Well, he's somebody's family. He'll be at the Slob Olympics. He comes every year. Out of all the Stranger Things seasons, which one is your favorite? I don't know about overall seasons, but the ending of the last season is the best. I'd probably say the most recent season was the best one. It was a couple of episodes too long. Like they could have done away with a couple of episodes in the middle of that season, but the ending of this last season was amazing. Need to make sure to get Carolina Jackpot to this one. Yeah, I'm trying. I really want him to come. Yeah, that's true. HBP. He is in this community family. Yes, he is. I can help y'all get lost downtown, says Cousin Casey. I don't need any help getting lost. I can assure you of that. Hey, Traeger Gator, thank you, buddy. He says, I'm going to drive there Saturday and leave Sunday afternoon. Also, what do you do after college football is over? What do you mean? What do I do on this channel? Or like, how do I spend my Saturdays? College football is not ever over for me. College football is year round. It's just we don't play any games right now, but I do college football year round on YouTube. I want Rob Sanders to be there also with multiple wife beater shirts on. Well, I'm sure if he comes, he will have multiple sleeveless shirts. Some of your not so favorite YouTubers will be there as well. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to compete or not, though, Golden Dew Man. You might just be coming to hang out. A 5-star QB from the early 80s from that area used to have a hot dog stand in that area, but I think it shut down. I don't think there was any such thing as a 5-star QB in the 80s. I don't even think the star ratings didn't even exist. I don't believe. I believe star ratings are a project of the internet era. Five-star dummies, those have been around since the dawn of time. Yeah, 5-star dummies have been around since the dawn of time. And don't appear to be going anywhere anytime soon. I wish I knew why this 5-star dummy thing only worked half the time. Five-star dummy. Yeah, well, it worked that time. Food trucks are huge here, Lou. Where's here? Well, yeah, but we're talking about Isle of Palms. Louis was widely regarded as the #1 QB in the country. By who? I mean, none of the recruiting rating services existed in the early 80s. There are plenty of food trucks around here, like probably thousands. In Isle of Palms, I believe you. But I want to make sure you're talking about Isle of Palms, because it would defeat the purpose to have to drive to where you live in Somerville to eat at a food truck. Because Isle of Palms isn't governed or regulated by Somerville. So, but as long as there's food trucks in Isle of Palms, that's a great idea. Hey, what's up, Bo, man? Yeah, McDonald's has the best fries. McDonald's has the best fries. Popeye's mashed potatoes is pretty good. Yeah, it's hard to fuck up mashed potatoes. TK says, I really hope Jackpot comes. Yeah, I need to just really start getting on him about that. Jackpot is a good soul and funny as hell too, but honest. Yeah, I really like Jackpot. I like him. I like Rob too. I know Rob irritates a lot of people, but I mean Rob's irritated me before too, but I mean if you spend enough time around somebody, they're gonna irritate you at some point. I don't think I've ever known anybody that didn't irritate me at some point, but I'm pretty easily irritated. Like for right now, for example, Hoghead is irritating me. There's no such thing as 5-star recruits in the 80s, but he's on and on about it. Naming people that no one have ever heard of is proof that some quarterback that no one's ever heard of was a highly sought-after player in some year that no one remembers from 40 years ago. There was no 5-star. There was no recruiting rating system at all in the 80s. Truer words have never been spoken, says B.A. Golden Dew Man says he irritates everyone. Well, we have that in common then. I'm hoping Bobby Durkins comes too. I don't really know him that well. Can't beat Waffle House hash browns. That's a fact. But you got to get them cooked twice, though. When you order your hash browns at Waffle House, you got to ask them to cook them twice. They got to be crispy, not mushy. Hash browns, scattered, smothered, and covered, cooked twice. That's all you got to tell them. They'll know what to do. They know what that means. You tell them to cook it twice, they know what that means. They know what to do. They're professionals up there. They're professionals up there at the choke and puke. They know what they're doing. What's the worst fast food restaurant? It's either Olive Garden or Red Lobster. One of the two. No, I didn't know food trucks were banned on Isle of Palms. I just know food trucks aren't allowed everywhere. So, but no, I didn't know that. No, I'm not Googling Max ear finger. No. There was no such thing as a 5-star QB in 1982 or whatever it was you were saying. It was just didn't the phrase 5-star recruit didn't exist in 1982. TK says I love Piccadilly. Yeah, Piccadilly's okay. If you get smothered and covered too late, it'll come out scattered and splattered. Is that true? Waffle House hash browns with the chili and ranch is my go-to. What? I just got done telling you it's scattered, smothered, and covered, cooked twice. No, with the chili and ranch. No. There's something that Raj is finally right about when it comes to ranch dressing. Ranch dressing on hash browns? No. No. Seek help. Probably eats his steak with honey mustard? Please tell me nobody does that. I know some people do ketchup or A1 or something like that, and I think that's ridiculous too, but please tell me there's nobody out here putting honey mustard on their steak. All right, Cavs, take it easy, buddy. Hoghead, look up. There's no such thing as 5-star recruit in 1980. Look that up. If the steak is good enough, you don't need sauce. Yeah, if you ever see me eating sauce on a steak, it's because somebody fucked the steak up. That's all. That's it. Period. Shouldn't have to put anything on a steak that is cooked right. That's a fact. Huffer Billy Paul says, I think anybody putting honey mustard on a steak deserves a flogging. Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. I just subbed to both your channels. Sounds like a great idea to me. Lou is right. There is no off season for college football. It just turns into grind season. I haven't had ketchup on anything since the Gators were relevant and caused a U.S. economy depression. I need more Florida fans on mine as well. Says Golden Dew Man. Golden Dew Man. Golden Dew Man. Golden Dew Man, is your helmet shelf collapsed yet? Let's take a look. Golden Dew Man. Videos. Let's see if his helmet shelf is collapsed yet. No, not yet. I need you to move out of the way. Hadn't collapsed yet. Can we see it better in this one? There we go. This is a little better. You got all this shit on the screen. We can't see it. Get that off the screen. Do you really leave your P.O. box on the screen for the entire video? No, you put other crap on there. Here we go. No, it ain't collapsed yet. Not yet, but I'm about to reinforce it, he said. Better hurry. Alabama will be back in the playoffs next year. Yeah, you said that last year, too. How heavy are the helmets? They're not all that heavy. Less than a pound, I would say. You want me to go weigh one? Hold on. I'll go weigh one. Hold on. Yeah, I have a scale that does tenths of a pound, and it doesn't even register. We showed Bama Man what to do in a rebuilding year. Yeah, Bama permanent rebuild. I'll try to hash browns your way, but you got to pay up on our bet. What bet? Because it's birch and it's shit. Oh. No, it's the same scale I brought to Slob Olympics. Ain't no drug scale. It's a heavy duty scale. Remember? Because we had to buy a heavy duty scale that could weigh chest haul. It's a heavy duty industrial scale. Gas grills are for women. Yeah, well, women and also for busy people. Gas grills are also for busy people. I have the opposite problem with my shelves, but I've had them for 3 years. But it's really noticeable now that I took all the helmets off. But like, look at the second shelf from the bottom. Like if you look, like, okay, you see where the Georgia national championship thing is on the wall. The shelf bows up. I don't know if that's from humidity or what, but these shelves are 3 years old. I probably just need to buy all new shelving. It's probably what I need to do. Flip it over. Yeah, then it'll bow downwards. That would be better, you think? I'll consider it in that. I'll take that into consideration in that. Yeah, it's not nearly as noticeable when there's helmets on there, but when I threw all the helmets into the pile of misery the other day is when I really noticed it. BA needs to clean up that mess she made. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, BA, I need you to come over here and clean up this mess, please. Thank you. Thank you. I'll tell you like my parents used to tell me. You help make the mess, you can help clean it up. Facts. Facts. BA is a true slob, not cleaning up her mess. Hoghead says, I have two grill. One is a Weber I use for smoking, and the other is like I had at softball. I have a 5-star grill I got in 1982. I use a gas smoker with wood chips, but for grilling I use a pellet grill with the blended charcoal pellets. Yeah, I'm convinced people that do all that, they just like grilling. That's all it is. Me, I just like eating. It's not the grilling that I like, it's the eating. People who do all that with the smoking and the pellets and the wood chips and the, let me, I got to start the grill up 8 hours before it's time to cook. People like that, they just like grilling. There's nothing wrong with that. Lou, you wrote our bet down. It was like the Monday or Tuesday before Ohio State lost to UJ. I had OSU plus 6.5. How'd you send the money? PayPal or Cash App? BA is a queen. Hire a maid. Are you looking for work or something? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Do you have one of those outfits? One of those what are they? Do you have one of the? Do you have the uniform? Do you want to come in for an interview? BGE takes care of smoking and grilling. Infrared gas grill for quickies like burgers and sausages, says Harry Leg. I would love to have a BGE great cooker. I don't even know what that is. PayPal. Is it under this same name? Let me log into PayPal. Is your PayPal under that same name so I can find it? Let's see, activity, money received, payments received. Is it under that same name? Sent $100, but I sent it business, so you said it's actually a $97. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Is it under that same name? Yeah, I remember that now. TK says she only cleans her house. Well, damn. So I'm out of luck. Travis Shuttleworth. Hold on, I'm looking. What day did you say it was? The day before? That would have been the 30th. Travis Shuttleworth. I remember that now. $100. There it is. Yeah, $100 minus $2.99. All right. Buck Crazy at hotmail.com. Send money. Paste. Yes, send to Buck Crazy at hotmail. What's 97 times 2? 194? Continue. All right. All right, Buck Crazy. All right, it's sent. Damn, that means I only won 900 on the game. BA is letting everyone know that she's old and horny. And she needs more cardio. So. Oh, she's just putting that out there so everyone knows. Better start working on that, Lou, says Raj. Well, look, I already lost 15 pounds. There's a limit to what I'm willing to do. TK is also looking for a cardio partner. What is happening here? We must have been on the air for too long. What time is it? Yeah, 10:04. We have to go soon because Pete has a really important show starting at 11. So just to recap today's show, Battle Angel is old and horny, needs more cardio, and Tiger Cat is looking for a cardio partner. So, Slob Olympics March 3rd through 5th. Sounds like we're going to be adding a new event to the Slob Olympics this year. Cardio partner is my new favorite term, says Big Skin Pete. You can kill two birds with one stone by exercising in the shower. One hour and 30 minutes. Fuck that. I'm telling you that right now. No. There's just no way. There is no way. And it's just not happening. An hour and 30 minutes is enough time to watch one episode of Game of Thrones and do two different cardio. So you can do cardio before, then watch an episode of Game of Thrones, and then do cardio after. That's an hour and a half. Yes, that's right. And 5-star ratings didn't exist in the early 80s. We should test that theory. I've tested it a bunch of times. Same results every time. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here so I can mentally prepare for Pete's midday show, which starts at 11. Highly suggest you check it out if you haven't already. Even if you have checked it out before, you should check it out again. Appreciate everybody tuning in this morning and all this week. The morning show will return next week. As far as who will be hosting the show on Monday, well, you'll have to tune in and find out. Maybe it'll be me. Maybe it won't be me. Same for Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. 8 a.m. The morning show. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope everybody enjoys their weekend. And have a good morning.